What is happening, boys? We are back with another video on the mentorship. So, boys, in this video I'm going to be covering what we are actually looking for. What is the confirmation that we are looking for to enter? So now that we got our levels and we got our mind right and we know we want this, we know we are actually going to put in the effort day in and day out. You know, trial and tribulation is on the way. Okay, it's on the way. But what is actually the confirmation of us getting into the trades? What's actually allowing us to get into the trades, right? So I'm going to show you guys. So these 3 steps, right? Write this down, boys. We want to see a push to or past the level. Okay? Once we get a push past, we want to see a big retrace. We don't want no dinky ass small retrace. We want a big, nice retrace. After we have that, the third thing, we want to push. And we don't want a small push, we want a big push. Okay? We want to get a big push. So here's an example. So market opens on this new candle here. So as you can see, it's pushed, it opened near the level, right? So we are waiting for a retrace and a second push. Because pre-market, we've already hit this level. Now, we are not playing off of pre-market, but we can use the pre-market of hitting the level for the first push. And then we can wait for a second push, retrace, and then a second push. Okay? So now, since we've already hit this level pre-market, that's our first push, we need a retrace. What do we get on NASDAQ? We get a retrace. Now, all we're waiting for is a nice push past the lowest point it got to, right? And on US 30, we open close to the level, we've had our first push, and now we need a retrace. Now we've had our retrace. Now we only need to push past this highest point. Right, very nice retrace right here. Very nice retrace. Also, this is on Vito's, as you can see, the mentor right there. This is on Vito's live stream section. Go check out his YouTube. Go check out the Discord, because this is the man himself that I am learning from. Very nice guy. Go check him out, boys. He got lots of information You got lots of information, boys. So, ready? Watch NASDAQ. I want you guys to see and wait if you can see a second push. Past this low here. Right, so we've came, hit the level, had our retrace, now we need the second push. The second push, the retrace, you know, that can all be in the same candle, or it can be in separate candles. It doesn't really matter, as long as we get that confirmation. So I want you guys to keep your eyes on NASDAQ right here. Okay. Oh, NASDAQ's now on the left. Okay, so keep your eyes on NASDAQ real quick. Okay. This right here, it gave a push, but we need a little bit more of a push to enter. This push is kind of like a dinky push. We need a push that really shows that the market wants to go grab that liquidity. Show that the market wants to go fill those gaps, right? So this is a push, but it's not a big enough push, especially since we have this like little bit of liquidity here too. Not too big of a problem, but we need a bigger push. Now keep your eyes here, because it's about a push. Ready? Bang. That is the push we're looking for. Let me show you guys again. So not that push, but that push. The big push, right? Now keep your guys' eyes over here on US 30. You know, it's coming up. It gave a little push. Again, we are not waiting for the little pushes. We need a big push. Ready? Keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled. Just wait. Just wait. It's all about patience. It's just try not... That's the push. That's the push. It's try not to get faked out, right? So I'll show you guys what's not the push. Ready? Watching this. That's a bit of a push. I would like to wait for a bigger push. That's a bigger push. We could enter there. That is what we are looking for. This is a very, very good example on what we are looking for. Alright, I'm going to try to see if I can find another example for you guys. Go on a random day. Hopefully we can just find a good example. Not too complex. Okay, market's opening soon. 1 minute, 40 seconds, 14 seconds. Alright, market opens. Alright, I think this is going to be a good example. So, again, NASDAQ on the left, US 30 on the right. What are we waiting for? A push to or past the level. Okay, So we're watching both of these. We're watching both of these. If you guys don't know what NASDAQ is the top 100 companies in the US. That's why it's called NASDAQ, or you know, and all this like CFDs, like US 100 cash, all of that good stuff, right? So waiting for a price to push to the level. Is it retracing now? Yeah. Are we going to wait for a second push past here to enter? No, because it hasn't got to the level. Now, boys, we have made it to the level on US 30. What are we waiting for? We've got number one. This is a 1, 2, 3 rule. We've got number one. Now we need to see the second one. We need to see a retrace. That is not a fucking retrace. If you guys are entering off of that as a retrace, you should quit trading. I'm just kidding. Don't quit trading, boys. We want to see a proper retrace. Don't let it fake you out, boys. This right here is a decent retrace. This is a good retrace. Is it better if it retraces more, especially with such a big candle? Yes. This is a decent retrace. I would take this if it gives another push, if it's a big push, right? So let's watch it. That's a good retrace right there. Let's see if we can get a nice second push. Also on NASDAQ, we've got to the level. What are we waiting for now? Number 2, a retrace. Okay, bang. You guys see that? I want to show you guys something. Ready? Watch closely. Ready? It shoots down. I think he actually entered too early. Because it didn't actually push past there. But it's all good. Bang. That is what we are waiting for. That big push past the point. Ready? Bang. That is our entry. The pushes shouldn't be small. The pushes should be hearty. They should be big pushes. Now let's see if, I don't know, if he's going to show this one. If it actually even gives a retrace at all. Because sometimes it won't even give a retrace. But we just have to live with that. This might just go. It gives a little bit of a retrace. I would like. There we go. That's the retrace right here that we are looking for. That is the retrace. This is what a good retrace looks like. And as you can see, he just won this trade over here. And I don't actually know if it shows this one. NASDAQ coming down. It might have given a second push. We'll never know. The video's over. Alright, I'm going to try to find one more example for you guys. One more example. Maybe the 5th of September. Surely it's an easy one. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. Okay, 2 minutes till open. 40 seconds. Alright, market is open. Oh, let me go a little bit more back. Alright. Oh, 20 seconds back. Alright, cool. So market's about to open 1 second, right? What are we waiting for? A push to the level. This is literally some kindergarten shit. What do we got? A push to the level, right? That's number 1. What are we waiting for now? A retrace. We are waiting for a retrace, boys. We are waiting for a retrace. Ready? This is not a retrace. Especially if it goes up and then down in the first second of market and then gives another push. That is not an entry. We need to wait. We need to be a little bit more patient. That's a good retrace. That's a good retrace. But since it opened, that's a very nice retrace. Since it opened like close to the level, we want to see it retrace more, but we'll get into that whole thing a little bit later on when we get to more advanced. For now, I'm laying out the baseline for you guys. I'm not going to get too technical. I'm just going to give you guys a baseline, give you guys what you want to see, and then we'll go more technical into it, okay? So, very, very nice retrace over here, right? All we're waiting for now is the third, the push. Alright, what do we have on NASDAQ over here? It came down, nearly touched the level. Okay, we've hit the level on NASDAQ. Now we are waiting for a retrace. Remember, This little move is not the retrace. We need a much bigger retrace. Let's just watch this. There we go. There's our retrace. A little bit bigger would be nice. There we go. There we go. That's our retrace, boys. Now, what are we waiting for? A push pass here or a push pass here? Because we've hit the level, first push. Retrace, second push. Very nice retrace. Bigger the retrace, the better. Bigger the better, boys. Bigger the better. And another little side note, of course, I don't want to get too technical, but if it hits the first level and then it comes all the way back down, you can count that as a fake out, or maybe it could be a liquidity sweep, and then it's really high confluence that it's going to continue going down, so you could be a little bit more aggressive when it's already hit one level, let's go into another one, but don't worry about that too much. Okay, now we have hit the other level on US30. Oh, whoops. What are we waiting for? A retrace. Right? Gave a little nice retrace. I'd like it to be a little bit more. There we go. That's our retrace. And if you are unsure if the retrace is big enough, don't be afraid to miss the trade. Because there's been many times when I've been like, okay, is that retrace big enough? I think it was big enough and I take a trade. Guess what? The retrace was not big enough. Make sure you are getting a good retrace. Let's see if we can get another push. Watching this, boys. We'll fast forward a little bit. Fast forward, fast forward. Alright, let's see. Are we going to get it? Again, that is not a push. That is not what we're looking for. This right here, that is not a push. We need a big push. A momentum push. But you guys will see in a second if it gives it to us. Unless this is just going to be a fake out. Is it going to give it to us? Alright, now we've completely flipped the script on NASDAQ as well. Okay. When US30 comes down to a level and it's holding there and it's taking ages to give a second push, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Because then, especially with US30, if it wants to go, it'll go. If it wants to fucking sit there and do nothing, it will sit there and do nothing. It's like a woman, bro. It's like a stubborn woman. That's how US30 is. So now we're focusing on NASDAQ. Okay. So we've got to the level. What are we waiting for? Again, a retrace and a second push. Come on, NASDAQ. Okay, there's our retrace, boys. It's covered by this, but you can kind of see the white line to the red line. I think there's a nice retrace here. Okay, it's a little bit covered, so this isn't the best. I hope he moves it a little bit. Oh yeah. It came down here. Yeah, see? He just showed. Look at this. Where is it? US30 was a fake out, boys. Look at this. If you entered this, you would have been faked out. It was a liquidity sweep, fake out, whatever you want to call it. So now, waiting for that second push. Waiting for that second push. It gives it, but we want to wait for a little bit more. Like, these pushes are good, but sometimes it pushes and then it comes back. We want to see a nice push, you know, a proper push where it's not resisting. It looks like it just wants to go. It's holding nice. It's holding nice. Alright, you could probably enter off of that, I would say. He's not entering. I think he's waiting for something more strong. Oh, we have this liquidity here. That's why. When we have liquidity, we want it to push past the liquidity, and we want to see if it's going to be a liquidity sweep, or we want to see if it's going to continue going up and actually go hit more liquidity up here or fill more gaps. So we want to be patient. I think. I don't know why he's not entering. Oh, okay. He's waiting for a pullback. He's waiting for a pullback to get an entry. But now I remember this one. Now he doesn't know if he wants to actually enter this. But yeah. You just have to be careful. Like, when there's liquidity there, what you can do, you can wait for that second push and then wait for a little retrace and you can enter off that retrace. But again, a little bit more advanced. We will go over that in the next video, right? So, I do want to squeeze in one more for you guys because I feel like we're getting really good examples. I feel like you guys are getting a grip on what we're actually looking for a retrace and what we're actually looking for a second push. So, I'll see if I can quickly jam in one more. Maybe July. Surely July got some good price action. What do we got? Fat level. Okay. Alright, 4 minutes still open. I don't think market's open yet. Ah, there we go. Market has opened. Alright. Market opens very soon. 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Alright. So we've got a few levels here. So it's a bit interesting. We have a mid-level. We don't want to be playing off of mid-levels. Right? We don't want to be playing off of mid-levels if there's no reason, if we don't work out the top level first or like the bottom level, because if it's going to go through the mid level, it's going to go through the other level if it really wants to move anyway, right? So we open very close to this level on US30, so we're going to need a retrace, and then on NASDAQ we have this top level that we kind of open far away from, so it's all good. Just ignore this middle level here for now. Okay, what do we have? A nice push away, right? So we opened there, we came down here, had a nice push away, right? We want to see a little bit more of a push away. Just because it's a little bit of a bigger level, sometimes we're going to have these bigger levels with the boxes around them when it's a little bit uncertain. Bigger level, bigger the retrace we want to have pushing away. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So that's number 1 and that's number 2. At the level and then a retrace. It's actually came to the top level now, so we are waiting for a retrace over here. Same with NASDAQ. Came to the bottom level. What are we waiting for now? A retrace. Okay, US30, it's worked out both sides. Now we are just waiting for a push either above or below. Little retrace on NASDAQ and a second push, but nothing that I would really take it off. It's still going to do a retrace. A little bit of liquidity down there that I might sweep first. Or it might just go. Though, he entered this trade. But this is a market experience play. This is a full market experience play. Sometimes you're not going to get that retrace. But for you guys that are just learning the strategy now, don't go too advanced and don't try to play it without giving a retrace. For now, just focus on giving that push, that retrace, and that second push. So here we go. He's in this trade. I don't think he shows US30 really. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, boys. So we kind of had a few examples on what not to take. We had example of the retrace, pull back in the second push. What we are actually looking for, remember, we don't want to get ourselves stuck in a fake out. We don't want to turn ourselves into liquidity. I hope you guys learned. Go check out the Discord. See you guys soon. Literally right after this video, because I'm trying to smash out the baseline of this course. Because once we smash out the baseline of this course, I know we can get into the more technical stuff. But boys, we can't rush it all. I know there's heaps of things going, but we need to focus on one step at a time. You can't build a brick wall. Like, just think of it like this. When you look at your goals, right? When you look at your future and you look at your goals, it might seem so big. It might seem so far. And at some point, it actually feels like a little bit depressing to even look at. You know what I mean? Because it feels so far away. So it feels so overwhelming because there's so much to do, right? But if you just focus one thing at a time, like, okay, what can I do today to improving closer, one step closer to my goals? You know, maybe I can hit the gym, study for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then, you know, eat the right food, go to bed. That's laying one brick down perfectly at a time. Because if you focus on building the whole wall, there's so many bricks, you're going to get overwhelmed. And then you're going to be like, oh, maybe, you know, or maybe I'll do it later. Right? Then you'll start procrastinating. So these little techniques, it's a mind game. You got to be thinking one step at a time. Don't be thinking too big, boys. Just let it come. Remember, your brain still needs time to process. See you boys soon. Let's go. Thank you for tuning in.